Yo, yo, yo. What up, though? What up, though? Had to take care of some last minute business. What is good? Hopefully, y'all are good to go. What up, though? I really didn't have much to talk about today, but I have been receiving a lot of comments and emails on the Zidoo. So I said, forget it. I might as well go with talking about the Zidoo. What up, though, Huff, Latif, Damien? What up, though, Will? Will, what up, though? D. Johnson, Sean Tate is in the building. LB Lawrence Bibbs, what up, though? What up, though? What is good? Sitting up here. I read a good article on Plex, man. I read it earlier this week, but I cannot find it. It was a good one. It was a nice little discussion, but I'm gonna get right to it. Does it do versus Plex, or what's the big debate? What do I think about it? Because I do use both platforms, and it's a pretty good. With today's technology, is really, really, really good to have either or. All right, I can't tell you which one to get because I do like both of them. Now, I'm starting to get that changing devices itch again. As of right now, I got the NVIDIA Shield connected to my 75-inch Hisense U8K. And man, let me tell you, man, that TV is so amazing. I love that TV. Salute to anybody and everybody that has a nice television that displays the colors like they're supposed to be displayed. Salute on that. I'm getting ready to, I'm really thinking about it because the only thing I really use, I use Plex. I watch my live TV. That's pretty much, and well, upstairs has been on Plex. Down here I watch Zidoo. But I got all these Zidoo devices. I can go either way. I got the big boy over here. I got the newest member of the family right here. All right. One thing I can tell you, if you have multiple Zidoo devices, and you're using an internal drive, a 3.5, let me show you that. Let me show you if you're using one of these. All right. If if you're using one of these right here, this is a what? This is a 6 terabyte internal drive, right? For the Zidoo 3.5, 6 terabyte. But just like I took it out of that one, I can turn right around, take it out of that one with a Zidoo, and plug it into my other one, and it would play without no hiccup. All right. Everything that's on there is meant to work with either Zidoo device. Now, if you're going to ask me about Doom, I couldn't tell you. Don't ask me. I have a Doom, but I don't like it. I'm kind of upset that I didn't send it back because it was like, I think it was almost $100. And it's right here. This one right here that man, I'm so upset. I'm so upset that I even got this, you know. I'm gonna put it on the market because I don't need it. I don't even like the user interface. But if any of y'all are interested and you want this, let's work out a deal. You know, I will send it to you. You know, there's nothing I can do with this device. And to show you that everything is in here, right? You get the blue box. I think the presentation is nice. And the presentation is nice. I'm not going to lie. All right. Look at that. Tells you everything right there. Everything. Don't that look nice? All right. What up, though, Cordelia? I see you over there. But everything is in here, including this right here. You know, man, I love this camera. All right. But everything is here. So anybody interested, just send me an email. You see the email at the bottom. So I'll let it go. Give me a good price. And you might be the lucky one that get it. All right. I will ship it. Listen, if it's daytime, I will ship it that day. But I'm gonna just show you that everything is in here. Some of y'all like Zidoo devices. I really don't care too much for them, but if anybody looking to, I think I almost paid like $100. It might have been $100. I can't remember. I would have to look it up. Man, so tight. It was so tight. But I would definitely. And so you see, everything is in here, including the dome remote. All right, everything is in there, including the power plug, the remote. All of that is up in here. Like I said, I can't do nothing with it. HDMI cable, plug. So you got everything, even, you know, the RCAs. I don't know too many people using that, but, you know, again, hit me up if you're interested. You want to take it off my hand. I just have to see how much I paid for it. And we'll work out a deal, and I will have this bad boy out. If not the same day, it will be the next day. All right. I will make sure that, like I said, I can't do nothing with it. I don't even like it. And again, I don't like the user interface, but that is just me. Everybody is different. Oh, yeah. And you get the manual. So, so again, you know, we'll see. We'll see how, man, box tight. I had a guy who slide on in there. You don't want to slide in. There we go. I think that should work. want your cookies over me. That's what you did. Cookies. So what I do? Man, set it down and knocked it over still. There we go. So hit me up in the email if you want it. Don't tell me you gonna, I'll give you $20 for it. Nah, dog. No. No. I will get it up out of here. But salute. So the big debate, should you get a Zidoo media player or should you go with Plex? That's the big debate. A lot of people, they stuck, in between. I always had my philosophy. I always said it comes down to personal preference and what you're trying to do. There's certain things that I believe Plex is better than Zidoo, and there are certain things I believe that Zidoo is better than Plex. I don't think you will ever have the perfect application with technology evolving like it is. I just think it's so much, I just don't believe it'll be the perfect, the perfect storm, right? The perfect application. I don't know. Now, here, if I was to do, I would really, really, really work on some licensing. I think that'll be a plus as far as some applications. I understand, if you want like Google Play, things like that, so you can install other applications onto the Zidoo. I understand it. I understand why they don't do it, because they don't want the competition. And the competition is other, media players, applications on their device. Not to say you can't connect it or install them, but they do not want it. What's up, Ms. Gail? I hear you, Gio. David says Zidoo won't let you download library items. I don't know. You're going to have to be more specific with that one, David. I don't know what library items are. Please enlighten me on that one. You said Plex is a video. Plex with video and music library is superior. Now that Plex has Plex Amp audio app. But what do you mean by download library items? I don't know. You say Plex can't play back 3D. Yeah, I don't think they could do I don't believe that they can do 3D, but I don't know how many people want to watch 3D in today's world anyway. I believe the Zidoo, what the Zidoo does, I think it's an awesome device. I think depending on what your wants and needs are, I do believe Zidoo is a wonderful device. I think both of them have their plus and minus. I really do believe that. Now, with this new Zidoo, I have not connected it to my Hisense television, my new Hisense television, as of yet. Again, the Apple TV 4K has been on there. It's now connected to the NVIDIA Shield. And now I'm thinking of taking this bad boy right here, the newest one, right? I'm thinking about taking this bad boy and plugging it up, if not tonight, tomorrow. Because with me, and the thing about it, with the Zidoo, I mean, you can always send information to it. I got a question in an email, and I got a comment as well, basically saying if you had two Zidoo boxes, right? Say this is your source right here. Say this one is your source. This is the one with the hard drive, external hard drive, with your movie, your content and everything. Can you have this device connect to the Zidoo? Well, they both Zidoos. Can you have this one connect to this one without anything connected to it other than like an Ethernet cord or HDMI? Can this source right here, that has all the content, allow this source to connect to it? A lot of people don't know. A lot of people do not know. And the question is, yes. Yes, I plan to do a dedicated video strictly on that. Connecting, regardless of whatever Zidoo device I use, but having one of these as the main source with all the content on it, and getting a Zidoo that's only connected Ethernet and HDMI, search the network and connect to the main source. I'm telling you, it works. It works well. I did it for probably about a year. Even though I didn't have to, I still done it. Now, if you want to so-called supercharge, right? You want to supercharge. It's so many. Well, I'm gonna tell you this. It's so many different scenarios in today's technology world, right? But say if you want to create an in-house under your roof server. Now, a question I'm probably going to get is, do you need a NAS? And the question is, no, you do not need a NAS. Under your network, under your roof, your house, your apartment, there's a couple of ways you could do it. We talked about it many times on the show. You can connect an external drive to your router if it's yours. I mean, if it belonged to a internet company, cable company, I always advise you to get your own equipment, your own modem, your own router. Now, if you unaware of it, say you just you don't want to mess with the router, I understand. Believe me, I was one of them. But there's a couple things you could do. You can get you an external hard drive. I'm looking. Well, I got two right here. I do not want to take them loose. You can get an external hard drive and connect to this. You can use a SSD and connect to not this one, not anymore. They done took that option off of this model right here. But if you have an older model like this, you can get an SSD and connect this bad boy. All right. And then you could just set it like right there, however you want it. A couple ways you could do it. Now, because your device is networked, right? You can network. I got videos on, I think I did a couple live where you can actually turn on the wireless network on this bad boy. And while you at your computer, You can send files, movies, TV shows, documents, music, all of that over to this device. You don't have to use Explorer File Manager. You can actually use the internal programming with this device. It's just that some people, they don't understand it, they can't get it, it just doesn't work. So you can use an application like Explorer. All right. Not only that, um, you can use a device like this. This is a 3.5 hard drive enclosure, right? You can use something just like this and plug it or have it right next to your device. The good thing about this hard drive enclosure, let me see, and you can plug it up. Let me do this. The good thing about this hard drive enclosure, so you can take this, as you see, it's all plugged in, right? It's right here. And if I want, I can plug it in the front, right? I can plug it not on the side on this one, but on that one you can. Or you can plug it in the rear, depending on which model you have. And that way, if you got a hard drive enclosure, just like this, that's connected to this, it will show up whether you're using the internal program for transferring files from your computer to it, or if you're using the Explorer application, you will see it. The good thing about this hard drive enclosure is that it has a RAID 1. So that means whatever you put on the drive 1 is going to be copied on drive 2. All right. And so I have a couple of them that's just sitting here waiting to be used. All right. I have a couple of them. Here go the second one. Right. And it's just a backup. And it's very, very nice. A lot of people think that you have to get a NAS. You don't have to get a NAS if you don't want to. You can just use 2 external drives that's plugged in here. There's so many different ways that you can use the Zidoo. All right. I mean, it's amazing what they use. Of course, with the new devices, they took off a few extra features, but you can still, do what you got to do. As far as Plex is just very, very nice, very, very solid. Thing about Plex, it's like a hobby. You know how some people like to paint, some people like to cook, bake cakes. It's part of their hobby. Well, Plex is very, very similar to that because you're building. All right. With Zidoo, you don't have to build. Zidoo, you can take your content and just dump it in. And 9 out of 10, Zidoo is going to find it, give you a poster, go from it, and it's just going to show up. Give it a category, and it's just going to be there. With Plex, you have to really, really pay attention to what you're doing. You're going to have to baby it. You're going to have to make sure everything is up and running. You're going to have a main source. So it could be your computer that play your Plex server. It could be on the NVIDIA Shield. It could be some routers. At least my router, I don't know if they do it anymore, but routers. I got the Netgear Nighthawk X10. I done had it for about 4 or 5, maybe 6 years now. No hiccups. Mini PCs. You can even, if I'm not mistaken, you even can make your Raspberry Pi and turn that into a Plex server. So it's so many ways that you can do it and use Plex. It's amazing. But now the benefit to Plex is, here's the benefit. You get to share your content with family and friends. And it's legit. It's legal. It's legal. You can share it. You can say, hey, cuz, you want to jump on my Plex? Yeah, I need your email so I can send you this invite. It's as simple as that. But now, if they're not tech, savvy, or they really don't know about tech, you might have to walk them through a couple features. But once they connect to your server, the rest is history. You can even make your server available for children. And just the thing about it, you can set your Plex up whenever you share it. You can give them certain access to certain content. All right, meaning you're the creator and you give access. You can also take access. All right, you can see what people are watching in the background. You can see if your Plex is being shared. There are all type of other applications that you can include with your Plex to make it one hell of a media player and server. There's so many things you can do, but again, it just comes down to personal preference. I'm one of them guys. If you would have told me 5, 6, 7 years ago, Plex versus Zidoo, I would have told you Plex all the way. But when I started getting back into the Zidoo, and the main thing people were saying about Plex, oh, you can get your content outside your home. You can get your content outside your home. Well, in today's world, they got all type of ways you can get your content, the same thing that displays your Plex, outside your home. You can connect the router up. You can connect the external drive up to your router. You can order a NAS, right? There's a device called Amber X that you can plug right in and get your content outside of your home. Here's my biggest debate on that. Here's my biggest debate on that part. All content is accessible if you know what you're doing. How many people are going to go on vacation to watch their Plex? Now, some of y'all may take your smartphones with you or your tablet and take it to work and watch a movie, if you're capable, or sit in your car, while you out and about and do it. But all content is accessible if you know what you're doing. Plex outside of your home just make it look beautiful. At the end of the day, you just want to be able to watch. Right now, I have an external hard drive connected to my router. I can go anywhere in the world, and guess what? I could connect to that external hard drive via my router application. So before anybody, I haven't looked at the chat. I'm quite sure somebody gonna say, can you share? I have not looked at the chat is pointing here. You see me right here. I know somebody is gonna do it because it always comes up. Can you share can you see Zidoo outside of your home? And I'm gonna say yes, but you're gonna need another accessory. All right. You're going to need it connected to like your NAS. Like if you have a NAS, right? A network attached storage, you should have an application where you can see your content outside your home. If you don't, then you need to do some research on your NAS. You can hook it up to your router. That same router, no, you can hook it up to your external hard drive and then connect it to your router. All right. As long as you have the credentials of your router and that external hard drive that is feeding your Plex, you should be able to get to it. There are plenty of ways you can get to your content. Plex is not, I mean, only thing Plex does, to be honest, is put the movie posters up outside of your home to make it so if you do show it off, people are going to be like, wow. But if it's just you in a hotel room, you actually just pull up and hit play, double click or whatever on your phone, and it will display the same way, the same exact way. So technically, yes, you can see this is going to be the biggest debate. Zidoo boxes that are for a home network only versus Plex is a more universal outside your home type of application. But I'm going to tell you, with your router, if you invest in a little cheap NAS, you will be able to get your content. Some of y'all actually do your Plex and you get all your content from the cloud, right? And it's cool. However you be able to get your content, that is up to you. But what I am going to say is you can get to your content. Whether it's in the cloud, you in California, I'm in Detroit, and I'm way in California. I don't need Plex to watch my movies because I have other options. I have a router and I have a NAS. And that same thing that turns that gets my Plex going, yeah, it's right there. It just doesn't give me the movie art. But if I can read, if you can read, then you'll be able to go through and like, you know what, I think I'm gonna really, you know what, I think I'm gonna, you know what, that look good right there. You can get your movies, your TV shows, your music. If you want to look at some pictures, you can get all of that. So it's technically, yes, you can get it. You can get your content. It just won't have no movie posters, and that is cool. As long as you know your categories, and see with Plex, you want your stuff, your content in categories. You want your horror, you want your comedy, you want your children, you want your action, thrillers, you want all of that, documentaries, you want all of that, but you got to build it up. Meaning, I mean, it's really not hard to do. Actually, it's easy as heck. But I do understand that some people just doesn't want to do all of that. Or they're going to look at this and say, man, I'm not paying no $300 or no $200 and something for a Zidoo. Why will I do that when I can use a Plex? Well, Plex is free and you building your own Plex. You building it. The reason this device costs so much because it's stopping you from doing all of that because it's capable of doing it for you. The only thing you need is 3 major folders when you're dealing with a device like that. Movies, 1 folder. TV shows, 2 folders. Music, 3 folders. Now for TV shows and music, inside of those folders, so when you go into the music folder, you want to create, when you're putting your albums in there, you want to create a folder for each album you put in there, because you don't want all your movies mixed up. You don't want R&B mixed up with hip-hop mixed up with soul mixed up with the blues mixed up with rock and roll mixed up with jazz. You don't want that. You want to have it professional. It looks stunning. All right. So for TV shows and music, when you go inside of those folders, you want to create an extra folder for each TV show, each music album. And then you go from there. All right. Because you don't want Martin mixed in with the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and all that. It's just going to look tacky. All right. And so Again, you could do it for free and get, put your time in, or you could pay for a device that does it pretty much 95% of the time for you. I mean, and it's so simple and easy. So I understand why people go to the Zidoo. I was on the Zidoo. Look, I started Plex. I got off the Plex, went to the Zidoo, and now I'm messing with both of them now. Messing with both of them. All right, let me see if anybody got anything. Let me see. Yeah, King Godcast says they do have 3D. I don't know. I've never been into 3D, so I never entertained it, but it could be. I do not know, because I 3D never got off to me. It never. I don't know. It probably does. I couldn't tell you, but you could be right. Yep, you say I can put Plex on all my devices and phone. You absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But on your phone, see, because your devices are in your home. But on your phone, you can also put those applications on there. All right, you can put them applications to your server and to your router and get the same thing. You just don't have the movie posters. Yep. Huff say, yo, for me it's Plex, and for the untech savvy civilians, Zidoo. Absolutely. I agree with you 1000%. Absolutely. And that's what I said. Some people don't even want to take on that challenge. All right, because technology is changing so much. Not everybody want to take that challenge. And believe me, I understand. But when some people is okay with getting a device like this, right? And then on their other televisions, what do? They go and get a Fire Stick, and what they do? They connect to this bad boy. They get Nova Video Player and have Nova Video Player um 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 get onto this server of this box, and they got everything on every television. So absolutely, yes, absolutely. Yo, Superdell, I just ordered the Zidoo Z2000 Pro early this morning. The Fatego site restricted my debit card for the first time, but it actually got through, and I got an email from FedEx. Well, you should have it. If you got it this morning, there's a good chance, over there, there's a good chance you may have to wait until Monday until they ship it out, because they do not work the weekends. David says you can even get access to your Zidoo from a Plex server. So technically, you can have both a Plex server and a Zidoo. That's what he said. He said, I even have Doombox using the content on the Zidoo. Yeah, you can have a lot of boxes using the content from the Zidoo. You sure can. He said, look, I ripped my 3D disc from my PC right to my Zidoo, save a lot of time. She said, yo, stop being greedy. Send me one of those enclosures. Now I got a few enclosures. Listen, you even can go the cheap way, right? For people who just want to connect, something. Maybe you got a drive that's sitting around. Maybe you got a 3.5 just sitting around. And, you like, man, what I'm going to do with it? And you can get you a hard drive enclosure. I think this thing was only like I think I got this one from Micro Center, and I think it was on sale. It say 24 over here, but I don't recall paying over $18 for it. Yep. If you're going to build up terabytes of content, you should use RAID array. Re-ripping or downloading content after a huge hard drive failure is something you don't want to live through. Yeah, you can use a RAID. Or what I tell people, this is what I tell people, and this is what I do. I got a NAS. Right here. I got a couple of NASs. But I also bag up using external hard drives. So I send content to my router. And I have 2 drives right here under my desk, right here. All right. I have 2 of them. Just so people be like, Dale, no, you don't. Yes, I do. Here go one, as you see right there. And here's the other one. All right. This is the other one. So I back up more than probably anyone in the world, to be honest. Hold up. Yeah, see when I start pulling on wires and everything. Sorry about that. What's up, Top Cat? What's up? Big salute, big salute. Thank you for always showing up and showing me some love. All right. To Dal, what up, though? Say, yo, blessings family. Everyone asked Dale if he taking Chris to see wrestling this weekend. That is the crazy thing. We're working on pretty much all the seats where you can sit together are gone, right? It's a few seats here and there. They trying because my daughters, they big wrestling fans. But if they can't all sit together, then they just gonna watch it on TV. That's the biggest thing. They all trying to sit there. It's like, it's what, 1, 2, it's 5 all together that want to be, because they don't want, you really can't take Chris and put him somewhere in there and there. And so that's the biggest thing right now. They want to go. They up there, they talk about it every single day. I bullcrap you not. They be looking on them, they gonna wait till the last minute. Don't be surprised if they go. They trying to get a deal on them tickets. So it's going to be very, very interesting, because where they want to sit as a group. They don't want 2 over here, 1 over here, and then 2 over here. But we probably going to be down there this weekend, though. It's probably, man, I might even go down there Sunday just to do a live show. Yup. Yup. So it's crazy. D-Mac said, is it worth upgrading to the Zidoo Z9X Pro from the regular Z9X? Here's the biggest thing that I honestly, if you ask me, honestly, you can stay where you at. I don't think it's a real big difference, in my opinion. And here's why. They pretty much play the same features. I think it's running what, Android 11, and the Z9X, the original, is playing what, Android 9. So I don't think it's a huge factor in that yet. To me, it's not like Zidoo made any type of major updates to Home Theater 4.0. If I can be honest, you don't have to upgrade. Honestly, I'm just being truthful, unless you just want it. That's just my personal opinion. I don't see anything that says, yes, you need to upgrade, in my eyes, and I've been watching them and everything. The only thing I haven't done with the new device is put it on that Hisense U8K. I have not put it on there, so I couldn't tell you how the picture look or anything like that. But what I will say, you can, it comes down to you. If Android 11 means that much, then definitely go with it. If AV1 means that much, then go with it. They run an HDR. I think they both run HDR Plus, and I can be certain on that. Let me see. I will Z9X Zidoo. I meant to put specs. Let me see. Let's look here. Yep. So I think the biggest thing, because they run HDR10, HDR10 plus, it runs Dolby Vision. So your picture, if you have the television. See, a lot of people don't understand D-Mac. They be like, oh, it run HD, but then they don't even have the proper television. So to me, it's not a big deal yet, unless you want it. But that comes down to you. What I would say, go to the Zidoo website and look at the specs. Other than AV1 and they removed some stuff, so the HDMI input is gone. Stuff like that. I think that's stuff that separated the Zidoo from everybody else, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. What's up, Jill, baby? How you doing, baby? What is good with you, Jill? Jill, I got to get you on this show, man. We've been rocking with each other, and you ain't been on the show. I got to get you on, Jill. What's up, Rich? Reynolds says, yo, can you show how to put Aptoide on the Z20 Pro? Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me write that down. I'll do a dedicated video on it. What else y'all need me to do? What else? Because I did Google Play already, right? I did Google Play. All right. But I can do Aptoide. Just ask the question. I'll piece it together. You say Plex does have a short but a steep, not sleeping, but I'm looking at Rich Little Poor Boy. He said he fell asleep, but steep learning curve. But once you get it going, it's fun. Absolutely, I agree. I agree. Let me give a big salute. What up, though, Huff? What is good for the time? Pass it on. What up, though? Big salute. Thank you, thank you, thank you for always showing love. Showing love. Huff. I got to get Huff on here, too. Because y'all just don't know, man. I told you, I ain't saw nobody brand like Huff. And that's the truth. That is the honest truth. And Huff is just like me. He like to experiment. You know, so if you're a part of the DST and streaming outside of that, I think he do them in both. But definitely the DST Facebook group, make sure you answer them questions, and streaming outside the lines. Streaming outside the lines. Make sure you answer those as well, them questions, so you can get in. But Huff be trying things in the background just like me. Just like me. Say, yo, Dale, how many people can you share your Plex with at one time? Andy, from what I was told, I don't know if this is true or not. I heard you can go, depending on your content, right? I heard you can go up to 100 people. I have not tried, but in the past, like some years ago, I had more than 25 people on my Plex. More than 25 people, and I didn't get any hiccups. I don't know if they made any changes at this time. I don't know. But right now, yeah, that's what you can go with right there. You know, so again, I only went to 25, but there are, you know, I heard that you can get almost like up to 100, but I don't know how true that is when everybody hitting your server at one time. I don't know. But look, I don't have no special type of nothing. This is when I had my router running my Plex. I had my router running my Plex. And yeah, had 20. And look, on a weekend, I would see 16, 17 watching different movies at different times or all at the same time. And I never got a drop or anything. In the past, though, I'm going to say about 4 or 5 years ago, me and Real had a bunch of tablets, and I had some tablets. I think I had like 5 or 6 of them. Real had about 4 or 5 or something like that. And she was running them off my server, and then I was running it off my server. And we didn't get any hiccups. So it just depends on your bandwidth, probably. That's probably why a lot of people, you know, up their speed or whatever. But that's an interesting question. I couldn't give you a direct count because I really don't know. But I can tell you, I had 25 people inside my Plex. And on any given day, 16, 17, 19, depending on what was going on, yeah, they were watching it, you know. What I used to do, and this is how I used to do it, because I got a Facebook group, like strictly for my people who I deal with, my clients, outside of YouTube and the DST Facebook family, all of that. I have a dedicated group, and a lot of them was on my Plex, a lot of them. And this is back then, a lot of people wasn't really into IPTV. So by that morning, whatever fight, UFC, boxing, if it was a major event, I end up getting it. I either recorded it or I downloaded it and put it on my Plex. And I go on Facebook inside that dedicated group and be like, hey, the big fight is up, you know. And man,
and you can just see like and this would, you could just see like by 12 o'clock, man, I go on, I open up my server, 18 people watching the fight. One of them, one or two might be watching the movie, but then all these folk watching the fight. So yeah, so it's pretty cool. I just couldn't give you a dedicated number because I never went past 25. But I didn't have any hiccup. It didn't mess with me, and I got even faster speed. I think I was only doing like 100, maybe back in them days, probably about 70 to 100 megabytes per second. So I don't know. That's a good question though. Popcorn, big salute, big salute. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Trying to see something. You said my Plex categorize all my movies. I ain't never heard of Plex categorizing. Did they do an update or something? I don't know. You say, yo, unless Zidoo gets Android certified, it doesn't matter what one you get. They both won't play protected content Android apps. Me, if I get a Zidoo, well, which I got, and David going to agree, the Zidoo is really meant for you to start your own. I wouldn't put no Plex on my Zidoo. I wouldn't put no. Listen, for you to get a Zidoo, that means you want to start your own media library. That's basically what you want to do. So honestly, that device is really not meant from Zidoo. Now, going by Brandon, Doom, they certified you can watch that, Netflix and all that. But with a Zidoo device, I don't need to see Netflix or any of them Hulu specials or anything like that because I'm building my own Netflix library, and I'm quite sure David doing the same thing. Let me do this one first. Dale, have you heard that the new broadcasting ATSC3 OTA will be encrypted and the recording will be monitored? Yes, I did hear that. I actually heard that from my guy, Lon TV, who I had conversations with in the past. The thing about it, that is crazy. That is so crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. But there's a workaround. All right? There is a workaround. The workaround is a lot of these, over-the-air antennas and stuff like that. If they want to encrypt it, just go right directly to the website. You can go directly to the website and watch the same thing without the commercials. The only thing about it, that's only if you watch the news. But now, if you want to watch like live TV and stuff like that, yeah, I hear that they trying to get it encrypted and all of that. But it's so many workarounds on that. It's so many workarounds that you can get around that. I'm not a big huge fan of like sitting there watching my channel 2, my channel 4, my channel 7, the C-Dub channel. I've never, only time I watch them is if there's like I watch Fox 2 because football come on Fox 2. I watch NBC because football come on. I watch ABC because football come on. So, you know, like college and pros and things like that. So me, technically, if that's what they want to do, you know, there's a workaround everything. Believe me, believe me. It's going to be some information out there, Elijah. I guarantee you that will get you around that. There always is. Always is. So don't be, it's going to be a workaround. Believe me. Always is. Reno, let me give a big salute. Say you are a soldier. A soldier. I can't even talk now. You are a soldier. Appreciate the gems. Thank you, Reno. Big salute to you. Thank you. Thank you. Honestly, I'm humbled about it, honestly. And I like it. I like doing different things that some people like to do and some people wish they could do. But me, I'm always trying to show you something to not only, you know, make you think a little bit, but you know, the save you money, to advance your skills in content, you know, getting your content, making it yours, owning it, running it, having fun with it. When family and friends come over, you just showing it off. And possibly you can help somebody else get started, you know, and then also make a couple dollars, you know, and that's what it's all about. I try to put gems in your ear to make you think a little bit and go from there. That's why I say it, even for people who want to learn how to get content, you know, I get all types of content. I don't belong to no big major news group or anything like that, but I get content that you can start some businesses with. Let's just say that. I don't want to say it on YouTube, but you can start your own thing within your community and earn some money, you know, and that's what it's all about, you know. For some of y'all, like Reynolds, you may not know this, but one of my friends has an apartment building, and what we did, it's a nice little apartment building, and what it's for people who are, you know, what do they call them? Non-aggressive criminals, basically ones who went to prison, might have went to prison for, like, you know, marijuana or, you know, nothing aggressive like guns or anything like that. May have got, you know, hit and run and did 2-3 years or whatever, 5 years, whatever, right? But when they get out, they go to a halfway house so they can, you know, come out and, you know, and learn the system, learn where we're at. Really, if they've been gone for 5 to 10 years. So he bought a building. I think it was 6 units, but he done turned it into 8 units. So he has this one dedicated, like even going up the stairs, right? He has his server. Man, let me back this up. This thing always, but he has this server closet, like on the second floor, but it's nice, is open. He has an alarm system through his apartment building. He got the cameras. So I'm talking about high tech. I mean, he keep an eye on everything. He runs it as a business. He runs it perfectly. He lets people know at 10 o'clock, company must go home. This ain't meant to bring your girl over or nothing like that. They can come and visit. Whatever y'all do. But at 10 o'clock, they got to go. Or you're going to be risking yourself being put out. And I think that's perfect. But because it's 3 levels, and then he got two parts in the basement that he turned into units. He hooked this up, man. But the thing about it, I put a Zidoo right there on the second floor. I need to back this thing up. Hold up. Let me do this. Let me do this. There we go. And we ran the wires. He got his router. He got the modem. Everything is beautiful. I'm talking about beautiful. The way he got it set up. He even got the see-through door, so you can see all the lights on the modem and the router and everything. But we put a Zidoo in there, and so the Zidoo, he got Fire Sticks. I think in each unit there are 55-inch televisions or something like that, right? But he got Zidoo, so we use Nova Video Player. A bullcrap, you're not rental. We use Nova Video Player to connect to the Zidoo so they can see movies and TV shows. And like once a week, I go over there. Usually I do it on the weekend, but sometimes I'll go over there like on a Friday just to ride by, update it and things like that. He pay me a fee. Well, I charge him a fee to maintain it. A nice little fee too. But the thing about his organization, he works with the state. So the state is paying him. They paying him a nice chunk. A nice chunk. And the thing about it, he got that building so professional. I mean, it is right. It is beautiful. I'm talking about nice. And by the time them guys, I think they stay there for maybe about 4 to 6 months, depending on how far they get. But it's real nice just using that Zidoo. It's one of these. Yep. He got the Z10 Pro that's up in there. And whoever's up on the third floor, he got everything hardwired. All right. I told him to go hardwired, and every stick has an OTG. And then we got the USB, with the Ethernet. Yep. I mean, it is the way I got it in there is very, very nice. Using just a couple extra features. I think when I was setting it up, I think I was over there for maybe about an hour and a half, just getting everything organized. Maybe I'm gonna just say about 2 hours. And we just got each unit before anybody came in there. He furnished it and everything. They got a bed to come in. So every time a new person come in, they change the mattress, everything. They do everything. And the person, depending, I don't think he do it every time. He just buy new sheets and stuff. But set it up for them. But then, they come in, they get their own like washcloths and stuff like that. It's pretty nice. Some of them guys leave there and go and find a job immediately. He helped them find jobs. So his organization is doing well. But it's so many things you can do with this device. And it's just amazing on how it can share data with other devices that are in there. So it's pretty nice. It's pretty cool. And so the goal is one day he wants to get because he has an NVIDIA Shield, but we talked about it, but we'll see how it go. Huff say, yo, Dale, is there a limit on the users on the IM Player Premium? No, as long as you keep buying them credits, you can get as many of them as you can. I think you can go. A Huff, I would say this: email the developer and see if he'll throw you a deal. Email the developer, because instead of you just buying like 5 credits at a time, email him and see if he'll give you a deal. He may just give you a deal. I bullcrap you not. A lot of them developers will do that, but email him and say, hey man, what if I was to, get 100 of these? What would be the ticket? Can you give me a deal on that? And he would give access to 100 on your panel. Yeah, that's a good idea though. That's an awesome idea for IM Player. What kind of tips can you give someone on starting their own YouTube channel? let me turn that music down on this one. Starting your own YouTube channel can be a challenge. You got to have a niche, have a good niche, you know, and don't be scared. Don't be scared to challenge yourself. And don't be scared to challenge others respectfully. I would tell you this, Antoine. You would never, if I was to give you some advice, I would tell you, do you, be yourself. You don't have to be no one else. That's the number one thing I'm going to tell you. Be you. See, because when you're you, you authentic. When you're somebody else, that's you're being fake. But be you. But the whole thing is you got to have a niche. So even if you was to go into this field, you got to study your devices or study your content. You have to know what you're talking about. See, a lot of these guys who was in this area, this space, a lot of them, it done been guys that didn't have a device, but talked down on the device, but you never had it, which I never understood. It have been guys that they head get big and they wanted to be the smartest in the room. I done saw jealousy on there, not saying towards me, but I done saw jealousy towards another creator. Like, for what? I done saw people, be careful of the people who you bring on, because a lot of them, and keep your keep your personal information to you or the people who you really trust. Don't give out a lot of information to anybody. Don't let everybody come on to your channel, because a lot of people want to come on to your channel because they know they can't hold their own channel down. So they want to piggyback off of you. And I would say just be yourself and put the content out there. Now, you may get popping in a month. It may even take you a year. But consistency is everything. Consistency is everything. If you was to ask me, you know, I'm going to give you all the tools you need. Know your worth, right? Know you, first of all. Be real with you. Have a little, you know, be yourself. You can have a little humor, but just know the internet, a lot of these guys behind the keyboard will say little things. So stay in your lane, because you don't know who they are. And what I learned about here, people create multiple accounts. So it could be someone, let me just say, it could be, let me just use Bo. Bo may come on here, what up, though? You know, what up, though? But then we don't see Bo, right? But Bo want to have a little fun. So he create what? A fake account. And Bo, not to say Bo doing this, I'm just using this as an example. Bo may come with the fake account and say, oh man, this is some bull crap. You don't know what you're talking about. And as you read in the comments, you like, hey man, who you think you're talking to? Mr. Nike, because it'll be a fake account, but they use it because they're bored to get you out of pocket. And we saw that in the past, you know, where people knew that they can come into a chat and blow it all up and things got out of hand. But be yourself. Don't hate on nobody. You don't have to hate on nobody, but learn from them. You can always learn, but don't hate on nobody. Don't put nobody down. Everybody has a voice. Everybody have a perspective. Everybody do the things that, you know, they want to do it. No one is doing it wrong as long as they get into the finish line. So for me, I would tell you, if you're going to do it, have fun. If you're going to make this a business, take it serious and then go from there. All right. But I say the main thing is being honest with you and your people, as you see in the chat, and also just knowing your content, knowing exactly what is what. You hear us all the time. We disagree with each other, but you notice, Antoine, it ain't been no arguments or fights, even though we disagree, but it's a respectful disagree. It ain't no, hey, what, you get the hell, get off my channel, or I'm gonna block you. It ain't, I don't have to do that. Because everybody that come in this chat, 99.5% of the time, everybody is respectful. And that's what you want. You want everybody. Some people are smarter than others. Some people going to ask some crazy questions. But at the end of the day, those are people who want to learn. Those are people, those are the ones I like. The ones that want to ask. See, I learn every day, right? Really with this stuff. Remember, everybody was telling me to what? Get the TV, Dale. I'm like, man, no, as long as I can see it, I don't care. Until I got one. I say, you know what? I'm tired of everybody. Rich telling me to get it. LJ telling me to get it. Vincent telling me to get it. Huff telling me to get it. A lot of y'all like, Dale, look, man, if you don't stop playing, man, go do it. And now that I got it and the experience is there, now I can tell y'all to go get it. I can tell you about my experience. And I love this experience right now that I'm going through. I love it. And look, I've been doing this a while, right? Never be too big to learn. Y'all saw Brandon come on here and do some things with his Zidoo box that I didn't even do. But some of y'all actually are doing it now because I got the emails. Salute to my guy, George Brown, too. That's my guy. We had a consultation over the weekend. That's my guy. He cool as heck, guys. He's 70. He cool as heck, though. I'm telling you, he need his own YouTube channel. But have fun with it. YouTube, it should be fun. It should be respectful. And we should all come to learn, and that's what it's all about. Even if we disagree, listen, you hear me say, I do not like this box. I think this box is not for me. But there are some people out there that says what? They love that box. Do I go around and, oh man, I'm not going to get no attitude because it comes down to what you like and what's best for you. So you would never hear me hating on nobody or nothing like that. I might raise an eyebrow and be like, hey man, I don't know. But at the end of the day, as long as you're teaching me something, I'm going to be engaged. You showing me something quality, I'm going to be engaged. So I'm telling you, that's the best thing for you right there. Be yourself, know your content, things like that. Certain little things you might forget. Like I deal with so many devices. They be like, Dale, what Android version is on the stick? 4K. I'm like, what? 6, 7, shoot, it might be 8 by now. I don't know. But just know it runs, So some things you're going to forget. I'm not here to make anyone look silly or anything like that. That's not what I do. I'm not trying to be the smartest man in the room, but I am trying to show you a product and say, in my opinion, if it's worth it or not. I'm not one of them guys that's going to give you every piece of spec. I'm not going to do that. That's just not me. Some things like I'm not going to talk about 8K because I don't have anything to talk about 8K. You used to hear me not even talk about Dolby Vision or HDR or HDR 10 plus. HDR 10, I meant, and HDR 10 plus. Now I can have that conversation. I see what Vincent and LJ are talking about. I see what Rich is talking about. I see them guys who Dale, do it. Man, stop being so cheap. Do it. I see what they're talking about now. There is levels to this. All right. I'm not going to just show you just to show it to you, you know, but be yourself. I tell you, be yourself and know what you're doing. Have fun. Whatever you do, you know, if that's what you want to do, then do it. I don't care if you have one person in that chat or you got 100, 200 people in the chat. Have some fun with it. Don't take the comments too serious unless you just seeing somebody being rude and disrespectful. You can be like, hey, block them, undo, and all that stuff. So, but email me, Antoine. Shit, we can get it, man. We can talk about some things in the background. We can definitely talk. So I love when people want to be content creators. You know, we can all just jump on a call. This ain't no consultant, but I can definitely give you some gems. And if you need some questions about some gear, like Dale, what are you using? Or, you know, you're looking at a camera, you like, man, this camera look nice. Yeah, I can give you some tools. So yeah, email me, Antoine. David say Zidoo isn't a streaming box, it's a media. Yep, it's definitely a media player. You absolutely right, David. Yeah, because them type of devices ain't even meant for that. You're absolutely right. Hey, you right about that too, Dave. You're right about that as well. Over the air local should be free, bottom line. These cable companies are out of order and gone mad because they're losing money. Next Gen TV 3.0, leave it free for folks. I agree with you. I agree. I think if you can receive it over the air, then that's it. What you going to charge us to listen to free radio next? You know, it's crazy what they're trying to do. And what it is let's just be honest. Somebody's losing a lot of money. And when you have somebody lose a lot of money, they trying to make it back as much as possible. But there's always going to be a way, right? Ms. Gail, no. Dave say, yo, can you go over the advantages and disadvantages of a NAS and a DAS? Absolutely. Well, the advantage with a NAS is network. All right. But if it's a USB, the disadvantage of a NAS is the ones that really much transcode real good are very costly. All right. You can't go out here and get no $129 NAS, throw a drive in there and expect it to transcode 4K well. It's probably not going to do so well. All right. But the advantage of a NAS is you should, as long as it's connected to your network, you can connect to it outside of your home. A NAS, the NAS come with a lot of software programs that you can use to your advantage, like hosting your own web, security, document reporting. If you have your own business, running your own personal business, really, if you got a small business, running your business using your NAS, there are all type of programs such as Docker, all type of programs that you can use. The thing about us in this space, people will buy a good NAS just to watch movies and TV shows. They're really not taking advantage of what a NAS is capable of doing. I think a NAS is super, super, super nice if you're going to use it, right? I'm not going to sit back and crush you and say, man, if you're only using it for your Plex, but I will educate you and say there's more to offer with that. And see, every week I'm learning something new about a NAS. I'm in here trying to set something up right now. I'm almost there, but you know, and as soon as I get there, I will let you know, because I want to learn about web hosting and everything. Man, it's people that got a NAS And this is what they do. I'm talking about they use their NAS to Photoshop because they can get to it anywhere in the world. They use it to host other people's websites, and people pay them monthly. It's all type of things you can do with a NAS. But again, it connects to your router, right? So that's I think a NAS is awesome. But now a DAS, which stands for direct attached storage, you can plug that into your computer and use it as put some hard drives in it, and you can use it as extra memory, right? Extra storage, or you can use it as your local storage, or you can use it as a network attached storage. All of them have all your routers have a USB. That's one thing about it. Not your router, but all of your direct attached storage have a USB. All your external hard drives have a USB. One thing about it, you don't have to go and spend $500-$600 on a NAS, and then not only that, turn around and buy the drives for it. So you're probably going to invest anywhere between $800 and $1,000 just to get, if you want a good one, you want a nice, I don't have the fastest one. I definitely don't have the weakest one. So I'm more in the in-between one, which is pretty solid, depending on what you need to do. But the thing is, you can get this one. I think I can't remember what I paid for it, but it's $400. Now you got to get the drives. Now you got to add a couple of hundred, depending on the space, whatever you choose, a 1 terabyte, 2 terabyte, 4 terabyte, 6, 8, 14 terabyte. And those get very, very costly. To me, I believe it's up to you. Now, knowing what I know now, I would have went with a DAS a long time ago. All right? Because one thing about a DAS, just like a NAS, not all NAS do it, because not every NAS is going to give you a RAID 1 all the way up to a RAID 10. But one of the advantages you can use, just like a NAS, you can set up a RAID 1. You can set up a RAID 2, 5, 10, whatever you want to do. And the DAS does the same thing. And again, all you have to do with a DAS, this is a direct attached storage, meaning you can directly attach this to your computer. You can directly attach this to your Zidoo media player. You can directly attach this to your router. You can directly attach this to a MacBook. There's so many things you can do with a USB. All right, there's so many things you can do with this USB. But the beautiful thing is, if I knew what I knew now, all this time, instead of me, I would still probably have one external hard drive. I wouldn't probably have so many of them. I would have just hooked that thing up to my router and called it a day and put it in RAID 1 and invested in some drives and just sent everything to that, and using my Plex, and it would have distributed out. So the thing is really comes down to you. If you need it, again, if you want to, you might have your personal business, or you might have some personal records, things like that. Again, everything except the programming software that comes with a NAS, everything else, that DAS would do the same thing. You can put your personal documents on there. All right. You can put your birth certificate, the kids, the mama, daddy, all of that can go onto your DAS. And again, if you know how to share on your router, meaning open up your share, right? If you open up your share, then will you stop? Thank you. If you open up your share, then you'll be able to connect it. That's all you need is your router's application, and you'll be able to get to that content easily. Easy, 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 easy. But that's why I tell people, People will buy the Shield just to watch Netflix or third-party applications. For what? Why would you get a NAS just to watch Plex, just to put movies and TV shows on there? You defeating the purpose. You can get you a DOS. You can get you a hard drive enclosure. That's all that is. This is all a DOS is, a hard drive enclosure. And again, you can connect it to your router, and there go your NAS. A lot of people, a lot of us need just this. We don't need no NAS. See, but wasn't nobody educating, right? Wasn't nobody educating. You had individuals, and I'm not knocking them. You had individuals saying, man, you get you a NAS, get you a NAS, get you a NAS. I was advocating saying, get you an external drive. Get you an external drive. You know, it was saying that certain documents wasn't, or you can't watch no 4K. Bull crap. I'm watching my 4K. Some people would say, well, your hard drive would crash. I had not one hard drive crash on me. I got a hard drive that's in this box right here. And I proved it. So it just comes to whatever your personal preference is, it really comes down to you. If you want the package, the whole package, I'm going to tell you to go with a NAS. If you just want direct, I just need to watch my content, I tell you to go with a DOS. But make sure your DOS has a RAID 1 minimum. That way, if you get 2 drives for it, because they got them where you can go up to 5 drives. Shoot. I would suggest go with a 2. That way you can go ahead and it can get the automatic backup. I would say that. That way when one drive go down, you can just go to Micro Center or Amazon, order you another one and stick it in there, and the rest is history. Yup. It's crazy. Yeah, this bad boy, because it's AI. And when I use my hand, it be picking up on my hand and stuff like that. That's why I be trying to keep my hand right here. So cause when I talk, it'll start picking up. Sorry, Lady Sun Goddess. Sorry. What up, Real? You say Plex have limits. I have 3,000 pieces of content. It's starting to get a little slow at delivering menus. You say the number of devices? Shoot, you can put if you want the premium, yeah, that's what I was saying, Huff. If you're talking about the application, right? The premium give you extra features. But if you want the extra features, then you need the premium tokens, right? That way you can use them on other devices. So that's why I was saying either you can buy more premium, but if you can put them on, listen, if it's under your roof, that's all you got to do. No, if it's under your roof, each device is going to have their own MAC ID. So there you have it right there. So basically on my premium, it gives me 5 devices that I can use, right? So with that, I can only use 5. But then, like, say if I get a new device, I can always remove one of them old devices and put the new device in there. I thought you were talking about like part of a business or something like that. But the premium give you up to 5, but then I think if you buy them new, I think they'll go with 4 or 5 or something like that if you need some extras. If not, shoot, if you get a new device, just go ahead, uninstall one of them old ones and put it on the new device. Chariot, what up, though? What's good, Chariot? He said better last. He said I paid too much for that analogy. It better last. Hey, I feel you on that. I definitely feel you on that. Yep. It's so many things you can do. It really comes down to the individuals. But if I listen, I'm gonna just be honest. If I knew what I knew now, compared like 5 years ago, yeah, I would have saved a lot of money. I would have just invested. At the time, I would have just invested in the dots. But nobody was. That's all you heard in this space. Nas, 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 Nas. Well, no, you got a direct attach of storage. And again, not too many people going to tell you that anytime you open up them USBs on your router, that's why it's so good to get your own router. It is so good to get your own router because you control everything. You want to cut people's devices off? All right. You go into the app, you know what? You cut off. You want to change the username of your network and your password? You either can go onto the website or you can go right there on the application. You know what? I'm gonna change this to Delidale, whatever. Like you see some people, who was that? Somebody came. I heard somebody say, somebody network name is you bet not steal. Don't try to get on my network. So it was crazy, but you can do that. So when any of your neighbors, they about to, they trying to search for Wi-Fi, they gonna see your network. It's real cool because you can customize everything. You can customize it. It's so much. It's so much, man. It's so much out here. It's crazy. Like y'all heard, remember, and I got the device too. Remember the WD home. Hold on, let me look it up. I think they got breached or something like that. WD home. The cloud home. I think they got breached. And the thing about it, I got one. Well, matter of fact, couldn't nobody even get onto it. Nobody. They go right here. I'll show you. Right here. Let me share this. And I got this device. I have this device. Data breaches forced Western Digital to shut down my cloud service. Man, y'all remember this? Remember this, Miss Gail? All of this craziness was going on with this device right here. And I got one. And the thing about it, I haven't used it in a while. It's sitting here, but I got one. But here it is. What is it? It's basically a single network attached storage. It connects to your router or your network switch. But they had, man, it was crazy. All them people that was stuck, it was crazy. They couldn't even get to their own content. They couldn't get to their Plex. They couldn't, man. And if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but I think some people never got back in or they lost a lot of their content. So everything out here, nothing is 100%. There's always somebody who's lurking that can get inside. That's the craziness. You say, is there a way to hook up to routers? What do you mean, Latif? Yeah, you hook up to a router. Like, it depends what you're trying to do. If you're trying to connect the device up, yeah, you want to hook up to it. If you want to connect the DOS up to it, a direct attached storage, yeah, you can just go into your router, open up your turn on your share option. On Netgear, it's called Ready Share. You turn that bad boy on, and you turn that option on, and yes, it releases. Basically, you can plug a flash drive, an external drive, or a dot, anything USB, and it got content on it. It is shared across your network. You say, yes, sir, Superdell, don't use it. They had a recent, they keep having breaches. The craziness is you would have thought that they would have pulled this device, but they haven't even pulled it. Yeah, it does. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, one of my neighbors, I remember this was like, man, early, but they had cable, and they used to look. I'm trying to think, how did it go? One of the neighbors, the neighbor across the street, and they had one of them big old windows, and the guy, I think my man used to watch basketball, but this is in Canton, Michigan. Canton, Michigan is probably like one of the safest places to live. Very low crime and all of that. They got big houses, they got mansions, all of that out there. But one of the houses got the big window, right? Big, nice window. And right there is the television. And one of the neighbors used to be like, man, shoot, I don't know what they're saying, but when he in there watching basketball, yeah, I'll watch it. Because he didn't have cable. But yeah, we used to sit there and just laugh. But yeah, I worked at Comcast, so I had my cable. But yeah, the guy, I'm not gonna say he couldn't afford it. Probably just wasn't part of his budget, and or maybe he just wasn't home enough to even want to get cable. But dude used to have this big stupid window, man, and you just sit right out there. You could sit in your car at night and watch it. You can definitely watch. It was right there to be watched. So it's crazy. But yeah, I agree with you, so bro. Yeah, that's 3D, all right. Yeah. Yeah, we handled it very badly. I don't believe you can buy on their websites anymore. But that was a few weeks ago. Wow. Yeah, IKEA in Canton. Yeah. Man, that's a big old place, man. I like IKEA, but I do not like that you got the instructions is terrible. If you get something you got to put together, yeah, it's crazy. Yup, it is crazy. Yup. David, you in Michigan? You in southeastern Michigan? What is this NVIDIA Shield TV hotfix update? Anybody know something about the hotfix NVIDIA Shield TV got? I don't think it's a hotfix, but they basically using is it Crackle or Pluto? It's one of them that they're using on this live TV thing. It's a live TV. I don't know about any hotfixes. That's the only thing I got. I'll turn on mine. Let me just see if anything came up. If I got any updates. Yep. So I don't see anything major yet. Ah, man. David say, yo, yeah, I'm over there past Novi, but I work all over southeastern Michigan, from downtown to Flint. That's what's up, David. Yeah, man, I'll be all out in Belleville, Van Buren Township. I go up to Flint. We go up to Saginaw, Novi. One of my favorite, hey, David, I'm quite sure you've been to that Novi, that Best Buy in Novi. Man, I went up in there about a month ago, something like that. The one that they remodeled right there on 8 Mile and what's that? Haggerty? 8 Mile and Haggerty. Yeah, they redone that one, man. We be going to that wine shop right there too, man. That wine shop that sit right over there across the street. Well, it used to be across the street from Burger King. So I know exactly where you at. Yeah, I know exactly. Shoot, it's almost that time for me to hit Benihana's again too. So David, yeah, we definitely close. We definitely close. I'll be all over there. Yeah, that wine shop is very man. That wine shop is huge. Is huge. That's why I say like if the real J Mac, LJ and them come, I'm gonna take them in that bad boy, man. They ain't gonna know what to buy. I ain't gonna even lie. You can go there and get that Snoop Dogg wine too. Look, I'm looking at this spider right here. This cat just on some chill stuff. He gonna get knocked off in a minute. But what else we got, guys? Because it's going on 9 o'clock, and I'm thinking I might take me a trip downtown. I'm going to go ahead and jump in the shower because I just got off of work. Hey, Dave, you been to that what's that cake shop over there in Canton? They got one over there in Northville too, if I'm not mistaken. Is that Northville? Or that might be Novi. What is it called? Nothing But Cakes. Nothing but man, that oh my goodness, them the best cakes, cupcakes and cakes ever. You say not real in that shop she want to need for. Real gonna leave up out of there with all type of liquor. Yeah, man. Oh, you say you can't do it. All right. I'm gonna slow down a little bit too. I'm gonna slow down. At least you know what it is, though. But man, it be smelling so good. Oh my goodness, it smells so good over there. Yeah, it smells so good. But yeah, man, the crazy thing, yeah, if real ever come to Detroit, I'm gonna take her to that wine shop. Man, look, this place is big, like it's probably the same size. You've been in Hobby Lobby or you've been in Michael's and all that. It's about that size, but nothing but liquor, nothing but wine and liquor. You can go up in there and get Hennessy. You can go up there and get you some bourbon. You can get you some made in Detroit wine and beer. Beer, everything. Shoot, they got everything up in there. It's about the same size as a Micro Center, if not a little bit bigger. Yeah. 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 I don't know, man. I might have to hit it tomorrow, man. I might hit it tomorrow. You know, how can I stop my Zidoo? How can I stop my Zidoo to stop going to sleep? Mike, you should be able to go into the settings. Hold on, let me see. I got so many remote controls. I don't even know why I'm even using this one. I do not like this. Man, it's so hard to see on this bad boy. It's crazy. Yeah, you should be able to go into your settings. I got to do this right here because it's making my other one read. Doom. You say the real will be singing that. Real will be up in there going crazy. Dell, if you Google NVIDIA Shield hotfix update, they have a new update fix for the NVIDIA Shield. What are they fixing though? What are they fixing? Cause I ain't heard nothing. I don't have no issue with my NVIDIA Shield. But what are they fixing? What was the hot fix for? Did something go wrong? Y'all know I be at work all day. I'll be out of the loop. Only time I be knowing. Yeah, you should. Until you say, yeah, I got to. Yeah, they can. Yeah, they can be connected at the same time. Yeah. Like what was it trying to fix though, David? That's what I'm trying to see. What were the bug fixes that they were trying to fix? Cause let me search it right quick. I didn't NVIDIA Shield, right? A hot fix. Cause I'm trying to see what is it trying to fix? Like what was going on with it that they needed? Why didn't they do a traditional? Cause my shield, I ain't had no issue with my shield, so I don't know what it needed to be fixed. I don't know. I ain't heard nothing about it. Maybe it's for the gaming part or something. I don't know. I don't know. No. Hey, Real, when you come to Detroit, I'm gonna take you to the store. Man, look, I'm gonna have to pull it up right here. Wine shop in Novi, Michigan. Real. They're real. You will love this place, Real. Real. When I tell you you will love this place, Real, you will love this place. Man, they ain't got no pictures. Show some pictures. For real, when I tell you they sell everything that'll get you messed up, yeah. Man, they ain't got no pictures. You know what? This is what I'm gonna do. Total Wine. You can get vodka and everything from this bad boy. It's called Total Wine. Novi, Michigan. Well, they got them everywhere else, but closest one to me is Novi, Michigan. All right, I'm gonna go to images. Look, Real. Watch this. Let me share the screen. Real. This is how this bad boy look, Real. You see this? Let me close this up. Real. This is how they be look. It's like a superstore. And Real, they be doing the tasting up in this joint. But I wish they give you some more pictures, man. They ain't giving you no dang old pictures. Let me go over here. Hold on, let me try to. When I tell you Check it out. Check this out, Real. Real. Nothing but liquor. Real. Hey, look. This ain't gonna work for you, Real. This little basket ain't gonna work for you. You need the buggy. But you get to do the taste, you get the cigars. They sell cigars, the good ones, all of that stuff. Everything you need to get your party on is up in this joint. Look at that. Look, it's a big old Myers, a Kroger's, but it's nothing but liquor. Look at this. Look at Real. Girl, you go get you some champagne. Oh my goodness. Look at all this. I'm telling you. But you get all type of liquor. Everything. I mean, I'm telling you. Just look at this. Like just bottles. It's everywhere. Everywhere. And look, we were just like that when we went in, but it's called Total Wine. I'm telling you. If it's not, listen, if you stay near a major city, surrounding areas, you probably got one of these. I don't know. But a lot of the domestic, look at this. Nothing but look at this, man. Look at this here. So you got a whole lot. You got the little tasting over here, and you can get your party. So like for y'all, who getting married and everything, y'all can have a taste party. They got a what's the name up there? That's usually in the back of the store where you and your party. It's real nice too. You and your party. This might be it back here. No, that ain't it. What that is. But man, what was that? Look at that, Real. Pinac Rose. Pinac. So listen, and look, they're gonna put the Cheetos out there because they know y'all gonna be hungry. Man, look, Real, if you come up here, I'm taking you and Harold here. As I'm driving y'all around, I'm taking y'all up in here. I'm taking y'all. Look at this stuff, man. Look at this stuff. Man, y'all don't get this at y'all local liquor store. Yamato. Look at this, man. You do not see this at the liquor store. So, look, if you're near, I don't know what y'all's called, but ours is called Total Wine. But it's pretty, man. You gonna get going. I'll tell you that now. What else? The Cherry say, wow. Yep. So let's see what else we got. Mike say, yo, how to stop Zidoo from going to sleep. I never had my Zidoo go to sleep technically. Are you talking about the hard drive or are you talking about the Zidoo itself? My Zidoo never go to sleep. Mike, are you talking about the hard drive? I need to know that. I don't know. Real. That's why you got to come here, Real. I guarantee. Look, you come here, you're gonna gain about a good, really, depending on how long you be here. If you be here 2 days, you're gonna gain about a good, you might gain about a good 3 to 5 pounds. You're gonna eat good. You definitely can smoke good and eat good some more. Get you some drinks, and man, just have fun, man. I'm telling you, I'm damn near might even just ride downtown. What time is it? It's 9:14. Hey Mike, send me an email, man. I don't none of my Zidoos ever go to sleep. They just be showing the picture in the background. Honestly, that's why I'm trying to see if you're talking about your hard drive. Hey, yeah, you can go up in there and get everything up in that joint. And you can get your cigars. You say the whole screen? My screen is, so you saying your screen goes black? Does your screen go black? And I have to push the button to push the power button? Well, when do it go black? You could. I don't know. Have you tried to put pictures on there? Because none of my Zidoos go to sleep. I think you're talking about your screensaver or something like that. Because the Zidoo doesn't go to sleep. It goes to the screensavers and stuff, but it doesn't go to sleep. I never had not one of my Zidoos. Like, I can leave this up all night and come back and it was still, this is all my Zidoo does. I'll show it before I get up out of here. This is all my Zidoos do. You see them in the top corner and the bottom corner. That's all my Zidoos do right there. Mine don't go to sleep. Now, if it does this, unless you got a screensaver where you got it saved to go black, something like that. If it does this, this is totally normal. So I don't know. I got to see what you're talking about. Here go the thing, Mike. If like, how long does it take once you stop activity on your Zidoo? How long does it take before your Zidoo totally go black? That's what I need to know. What up, though, Eugene? But you know one thing you can do, though, Mike, you can always factory reset. But if you got anything connected as far as hard drive, take it out, disconnect it. I don't know. Because this is all mine's do. Mine's, look, when I come down here in the morning, it'll be doing this. But check it out, man. I'm getting tired. I'm about to go up here right quick because I came from work. I love kicking it with y'all. But you know, I got to get up out of here. It's Friday. Got some things to do in the morning. Got to get up super early and make a drive. I have 700 movies. Okay. You got 700 movies on an external hard drive or a hard drive. Either way, disconnect them. Unplug it. You can power the unit down and, you know, you can take your hard drive out anytime you want, man. Look. That's all I do. I can take this bad boy out and put it in something else. I take it out and then you factory reset. Because once you factory reset, it's going to factory reset this and eliminate all your movies. So make sure you take everything out. Disconnect everything. And do a factory reset. Yep, do a factory reset. But check it out, y'all. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. Been going on a little bit too long. And it's Friday. And I got to get up in the morning. I might take a trip downtown. Yep, might take a trip. And have me a little fun. All right. But be safe out there to everybody. Let me do this right quick before I get up out of here. Might have had a few let me do this. To Dial, thank you for donating to the Chris Fund. Bill, big salute to you. Thank you. Sean, big salute to you. Thank you. And Meech, big salute to you. Thank you for donating to the PayPal. I appreciate y'all. And everybody else who donated on Super Chat, I appreciate y'all as well. Again, be safe out there. Have some fun. We only got a few weeks before football season come out. Also, fight tomorrow. The live broadcast was a little shaky. You know, they little press conference. But Jake Paul versus Nate Diaz is tomorrow. And I think Anthony Joshua fight is tomorrow as well. So just make sure y'all check that out. Let me make sure. I think Anthony Joshua fight tomorrow. I just want to make sure. Let's fight. Is it tomorrow? Oh no, that's next week. I apologize. Next week. All right, so it is next week. But they got that Jake Paul one. Yep. And then go from there. But everybody, again, thank you. Be safe out there. The Superdell. I'm signing out this joint. I'll talk to y'all. Peace, guys.